Flosstube, my name is Yuliana and this is my first video. I wanted to start my Floss YouTube channel with a video of a recap of my 2021 mostly. I think this will help you understand what kind of projects I pick, what kind of things I work on, and just get a better understanding of what my channel will be about. So I've been cross-stitching my whole life, ever since I was probably 7 or 8 years old, but I didn't get into like cross-stitching I'm into right now up until about 8 years ago. So I stitched for about 2 years after that, and then I got pregnant, and when I had the baby, of course, all the cross-stitching had to be put on hold, and I only got back into it in May of 2020. We were all in quarantine, of course, and this is how it all started. So I started cross-stitching again, and I'm sitting in front of my Christmas tree for a good reason, because a lot of the ornaments on it are handmade, and I will be showing them to you also. So this video will be split up into 3 parts. So the first part, I will show you all of my big projects. Some of them are frame projects, some of them are not yet framed. And the second part will be all of my little ornaments and all of like wooden things like this. I love working on wood and plastic with either floss or beads, and I'll talk about these things in more detail. So all the small projects and all the small ornaments will be the second part, and then the third part I'll show you all my projects that I'm working on currently, all my WIPs that I am starting 2022 with, and that I'll be working on throughout the whole year. So this video might be a little long, but I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you get a better understanding of what the channel will be about, and whether you want to subscribe and keep on watching or not. Stay tuned. Some of these frame pieces will be hard to show just because they have glass on it and it reflects a lot of light from my window, but let's see if we can get through it. So this is my pride and joy, and something that I worked on for a very long time. So this is the Angel of the Sea by Lavender and Lace, and I started this piece probably about six and a half years ago, right before I got pregnant, or maybe when I was pregnant already, and it was done probably, I don't know, not even halfway done. And of course the cross stitching was put on hold, and I got back into it in, I think, either January or February of 2021, and I finished it. I framed it, and I'm in love with it. It's beautiful. Like the frame itself, I think suits this work like crazy. Like very good. So this is framed in a nice wooden frame with like little old, it's not old stain, but whatever it's called. So the work was stitched on 28 count Lugana. And everything else was original. So the mill heel beads, there's regular size, there's petite size, and all the DMC thread that this chart requires. So I'll show it to you up close. This is what it looks like. This is probably one of my largest pieces I worked on, and one of my most favorite pieces I worked on. This frame piece is easier to show. It's a little smaller and lighter, so I don't have to strain my hands too much. This is a kit by Dimensions called Flowers in Tall Vase, and I stitched it on 32 count Belfast in Antique Ivory, I believe the color is. I wanted to change it. Something you should know about me, I always change Aida out in kits. I never stitch on Aida, especially when it's not like full stitch work, and I enjoy it because you can see all the like Aida holes, and it looks just like it's painted. Like from far away you can tell that it's a cross stitch design, and that's what I love about cross stitching. I mostly work on even weave linen, very rarely on Aida, maybe like the gold petite dimensions kits. Then I I work on AITA. I work on plastic canvas. I work on, you know, wooden little toys, ornaments, and I work on perforated paper. So if I'm doing Mill Hill, I'll do the paper, but that's about it. I don't like AITA much. I have a few pieces on 18 count, but anything that is not full, I'll most likely substitute it. So this is the piece. It's beautiful. I love it. And I think the frame matches it very well too, like complements it a lot. Okay, so another big works that I consider were my stockings. I made 3 stockings last year for myself, my husband, and my son. The first one I started with was, of course, for my baby. Well, he's not a baby, he's almost 6, but he's my baby. And it's all 3 of them are kits from Dimensions Gold Collection. I think all 3, yes. And I gave it to a friend of mine who made it into stockings for me because I'm not good at sewing, and but I would love to learn. But this is the first one. I think it's called the Gathering Friends, or Snowman Friends Gathering, something like that. This is stitched on 18 count white AITA. This is the only exception I make because AITA is much thicker and stronger, and I believe that for stockings it's important. So the back is just red velvet fabric, and this is what it looks like. It's very pretty. I have it hanging for Christmas. Then the next one was for my husband. This one is my favorite though. It's candy cane Santa stocking. I love all the details on it. It has a lot of these embellishments. I'm not sure what it's called, but like glittery things. So I wrote that on it. I mean, I stitched that on it. And this is what this one looks like. And then the last one was for me, of course, the last one. And this one was the hardest for me to do. I don't know, for some reason, it was just taking me forever. But this is it. It's slat stocking. I'm not sure. I'll write all the names underneath the video in the description box. This is what it looks like. It has these beautiful cardinals and a slat on it. I picked all 3 for a reason. It wasn't just picked randomly. I tried to make them all into like this one series. So let's say the snowman has cardinals on it, and so does this one, and then this one has a slat and a bow on it, and so does this one. So I try to like match all 3 of them, so they're all from like same collection. Well, it's not the same collection, but you know what I mean. So these are the 3 big pieces. Then I have pieces that are made by different designers, charts made by different designers, stitched on different materials, and I'll go through this. So this is one of my favorite pieces too this year. This pattern is made by Mia Stitch, I believe. I will be linking all the patterns if I can find them on Etsy, because I buy most of my patterns off of the Ukrainian and Russian sites, and over there you can find maybe more. I'm not sure. I will try to find all their Etsy stores and link them. Their patterns are made beautifully. I stitched with the help of a app I have on my iPad. It's called Cross Stitch Saga, and it makes my life so much easier. I think I even stitch much faster because of it, because it helps you. You can highlight a certain symbol and just go stitch it and highlight all the beads, all the French knot stitch, and it makes my work so much easier, so I don't make any mistakes. I don't have to frog anything. And yeah, so I'm not sure what each of the patterns will be called, because I don't remember the names of each of the patterns, but I will try to link everything down below in the description box. But this pattern is definitely by Mia Stitch. And it's this beautiful, beautiful girl with the lighthouse. You also, what's good about these patterns is that you can choose the hair color. So since, well, right now I'm a little darker in here, but I'm usually a blonde, and I picked blonde hair color, and I usually have my hair long too. Right now it's short, but I stitched it on Jobelin 28 count, and this was my first time stitching on this fabric, and I love it. I love how structured it is, and I love how like cross stitches on it are very nice and even. Like, I get it that it's an even weave, but some of them are not exactly all the same, but this one is just beautiful. I'll bring it up closer to you so you can just take a look, and it's just, oh my god. I have another one I'll be working on in the spring. There is a girl with the lighthouse in beautiful white dress, so it'll be my matching piece to this one, like a pair piece. Okay, next three are all by the same designer, and this one is spring. This is the first one I stitched on. It's all created by Petunova, and all her stitches are green. I think her Etsy store is called The Green Terrace. I'll link it down below. That's where I got my patterns from. And I have four. One I'm currently working on is the winter. This is the spring. I have spring, summer, and fall all finished. All of this was stitched on 28 count white Lugana, and this is the finished piece. It's beautiful. The pattern is so easy, especially when you're working with like I was working with the program. It is just beautiful. The colors, the blending, it's like a watercolor painting. I think these were created by her because she's an artist, and I think she paints her own pictures and then creates patterns off of them. So this was my first pattern by her. Next one was summer. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called Sweet Home Summer or something like that. So this is a summer, and it's just this beautiful door that reminds me of Manhattan townhouses. Where my parents live nearby, they have like these streets with townhouses lining them, and that's what they look like exactly. Like all these flowers around the doors, flower pots. It's just beautiful. The colors. At first, I honestly thought this was the fall one, but nope, this is the summer one. So this is it. It's a beautiful pattern, beautiful, easy work, and this is the last one I've done so far. It's the fall. And it just, these colors are just so gorgeous. I love the combination of the blues and oranges. I think it was, because we're used to fall pieces that are all like orange and brown, but this one, the bright blue door, I think just stands out so much, and I'm in love with this. It's just, it's pretty, it's beautiful. And it was pretty easy to work on also. Okay, the next one is a kit I did by Dimensions. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll write it down below in the description box. I'll switch out the fabric. This is the 20 count ice blue Lugana. I think in the kit we had 14 count light blue Ada, but this is it. I switched it out because it's not fully stitched. You have some pieces that you can see, and I think on this it looks just so much prettier. So I'll go very slow just so you can see all the details. I love this piece. I honestly, when I was stitching it, I didn't want to go too fast because I didn't want it to end too quickly, but it was just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. I love it. So I have a lot of pieces that I didn't get framed yet, and I will be getting them framed, but honestly, I don't know where to put it all. I don't have that many wall space. That's why I think that's why I started doing the stockings, the ornaments, like the little things that I can just frame myself, because I don't have that much wall space. Plus, you know that framing pieces are pretty expensive, and we don't have enough space on the walls to put all of them. This is the last, I think this is, yes, this is the last big piece that I will be showing you. And I don't remember the author. I think it's their Etsy store is called Love to Stitch. I will link it down below if I can find it, but it's these 4 houses. And it was like a stitch along, a sale that we did over a few months, and we were given each pattern separately. We had to finish it, show a picture that we finished it, and then we got the next one for free. And I added a few Mill Hill embellishments to it. So I'll try to go slow. This is the winter. It has this beautiful red star on top of it. This is the spring with the beautiful flowers, and it has a little bird. And there's the fall one, and then I have like a little rabbit on it. Wait, is that, no, that's the summer one. That's the summer one with the rabbit. And then there's the fall one with the little mushrooms and little leaves. All of these are from Mill Hill. Okay, so for this part, I'll show you all the little projects I worked on. And for the first part, I'll show you like this, but then I'll turn my camera around and show you all the ornaments on the table. It'll be easier to display all of them, and I'll have to remove most of them from my tree. So this was the first pattern that I bought and stitched, not a kit, just the pattern. And oops. This is what it looks like. It's this beautiful bird with a birch tree and a birdhouse. I think it's just gorgeous. It's a little tiny piece. It's not that big, but it has a lot of details in it. And I used 32 count blue splash. I believe that's what by Zweigart. That's what the material is, the fabric. I think it's very, very pretty. It washes out the color a little bit, but it's a nice blue. Then what I did was I took a pattern by SA Stitch. I will be linking their shop on Etsy, and I made it into this big round thing. So this is a Halloween pattern. I'm not sure what it's called in English, but I'll link it down below. And I stitched it on 32 count Stormy Night Lugana, or Lurano, I'm not sure, but it's a 32 count. And I got a back on it. I glued it together, you know, two pieces. What is it called? A pin kip? Pin cushion? I'm not sure. An ornament, a huge, large Halloween ornament, we'll call it that. I glued all the pom-poms, the black pom-poms around it just to hide the edges. And I have like this little plastic display thing for plates, and I put it on there, and that's how I display it for Halloween, and I think it's just beautiful. So this is what it looks like. The pattern was very easy to work on. It was nothing too complicated. I used the DMC Perlay 12 for backstitch in 2. I don't like to do 2-strand backstitch on pieces, so I try to find, if it's black or white, I just do it with that thick Perlay yarn. This is it. Then I did my first Mill Hill. My first Mill Hill kit was this. It's the pumpkin patch. It is framed in a Mill Hill frame, but I don't like Mill Hill frames. I don't know if I'm the only person, but I just don't like them. They don't have the materials you need to cover the back properly, so I just kind of taped it in there, but it's done. So it was done on perforated paper. I did everything the way the pattern called for, and I like it. I like it. It took me a while to get used to stitching on perforated paper, but I have a trick that I use. I can't do it in hand because I feel like I bend the paper too much. So what I do is I have a little square hoop, and I just kind of go around it with a thread, and I attach the paper to the hoop, and then I put the hoop in my stand. So I use the Daylight stand, I believe it's called. So it's a stand that has like this little thing that you put the Q snaps or the hoops in, and it has a lamp, and it works. It works. I can do 2-hand stitching, which I'm most used to, and that's how I get a lot of stitching done, because I can't do it with one hand. It's hard. I do the plastic like that, so I hold the plastic with one hand and just do it, but that's like my relaxing piece. I can do it on the couch in front of the TV, but these things, most of them I do at my stand in my comfy chair with a cup of tea. So so that's it. But this is the piece. I love it. I did it right around the fall time, so I had it done by, I believe they had in September, and I displayed it all throughout the fall. So I switch out my pieces according to the season. This was also started a long time ago. I don't know why I didn't finish it right away, but this is Twilight's Angel by Dimensions, gold petite, and I framed it myself in like a regular picture frame, and it's not perfect. Like I would change the framing on it, but for now it's just displaying the work, and it doesn't have glass on it because it has a lot of beads and a lot of stars and everything on it. I'll show it to you closer. I did switch out a few French knots for beads just because I'm not good with French knots. I'd rather do beads than French knots. There's cording here, and what else? That's it. But this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. I think it's completely gorgeous. The angel is just beautiful. So this is another small piece. Okay, so the rest of these little things I will be showing you on the table just so I can show it to you much closer and you can see all the little details. These 3 kits were made by the company called Fruzolok. They have a website. I'm not sure if they have an Etsy store. I'll try to link it down below, but it's a Ukrainian made, and I am originally Ukrainian, so I wanted to support a company that is from my homeland, and they make beautiful, beautiful pieces, and I have a bunch of them coming this year to me that are going to be ornaments for my Christmas tree. But these are just these little things that these are just little display things that you can decorate your mantles with, your tables, anything you'd like. So this one was done for my son. He loves water boats. So the kit comes with a perforated wooden MDF cutout, and it has holes that are perfect for cross stitching. I think it's equivalent to 14 count. It has an instructions, and it has all the supplies. So it has all the threads, anything that you would need, an embellishment, and all the nice clear instructions. So this is the boat. It's beautiful. It sits by my son's fish tank, and it looks actually absolutely gorgeous there. So this is it, and you can actually rock it back and forth. The next one was this horse. I'm not sure exactly what each of the kits is called, but I'll try to link everything down below. And it's just absolutely beautiful. Just look at all this sparkling beads. And there are clear instructions on how exactly where goes. But you first do the stitching, then you do the back stitch, and then all the embellishments. But this one is one of my favorites. So this and the Scandinavian, I'm not sure what it's called, Scandinavian deer, I believe. They sit side by side by my mantle, and it's just, this one is easy. This one is 2-color, and they have like a whole series. They have like a little a Christmas tree thing that is just long pieces that are stitched by 2 colors too. This is, I believe, 666 DMC and B5200, and it's just beautiful. It comes with the felt cut out perfectly to close the back, so all of them have their backs nice and clean, and this is what it looks like. So these ornaments are plastic ornaments. They have perforation, and they're made by a Ukrainian made company called Fairyland. You can definitely find them on Etsy. I'll try to link a few stores because I believe a few shops actually carry these. And I'll go by line because I have a few plastic ornaments, and then I have wooden ornaments, and then I have like bigger pieces. And I can also show you kits because I have unfinished kits, how the kit looks like if you're interested in it. So these are the 4 that I currently have right now, but I actually stitched a few and gifted them already, so I don't have them on hand. But these are what they look like. It's plastic, thick perforated plastic. Not sure if you can see how thick it is, but it's pretty thick, and it comes with beads, instructions, patterns, of course, and I just hang them on, it comes with invisible thread, and I just usually make hangers out of invisible thread, so when it hangs on your Christmas tree, it just sparkles beautifully. It's not supposed to be covered in the back because it is done with invisible thread. You can't see it, see, and it just, when there's Christmas lights on behind it, it just glitters and looks beautiful. So these are little tiny bells with a little red bow, a little candle. I love this because this one comes with these big red beads that look like holy berries, and it's just this beautiful candle with the bow, and the bows are completely identical, made with the same color of beads. And these are from the same line, but they do kind of look a little bit different reds, but they are from the same line. And I have a few more that I'm still currently working on, and they're just this pattern, I guess. So there's different shapes. So this is a Christmas tree round, and there's 2 different snowflakes I think I have, and then I'm not sure what else I have, but I have a few more. So they're absolutely similar, the same pretty much, plastic with perforation. I'm gonna try to zoom in as much as I can. Okay, so this is the closest I can get. It just keeps getting foggy and out of focus, but this is what it looks like. You can see perforation from the front, but maybe you can see it from the back. You see all these holes, but the beads, they lay perfectly. You see the pattern, it lays perfectly, and it's very easy to do, and it's very quick. You can actually get this done in like literally a few hours. Okay, here's the next set of toys, and it's the perforated wood, perforated MDF, and these kits are absolutely beautiful. I even love working on wood more than the plastic ones, because plastic ones are done with the invisible thread, and it's a little harder to work with. This one is done with just regular white thread, stitchy thread. It comes with all the beads, comes with the perforated wood, and it comes with perfectly cut out felt backing. All you need is, it comes with needles, so all you need is glue, just to glue the back to it when you're done, and maybe just make what kind of hanger you would like to see on it. I do all the invisible thread hangers on my ornaments just because I like it that way. But these are the 9 ornaments that I have on hand, and also quite a few were gifted to friends and family members. And I also have this angel that is has a stand, so it just stands like that. I made it for myself. It stands on my beauty table where I do my makeup, and it's just this beautiful glittery, oh my goodness, this sparkles and glitters. Look at it. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'll show you what the kits look like right after this. So these are the ornaments I have on my tree. I love these ones. The birds, they have, I actually gifted 2 more to friends and family. So I made 3 of these. And these berries, oh my goodness, they just look so good. Look at it. So as you can tell, I love making Christmas ornaments. And I have a kit just like this, so I will show it to you right now. Okay, so this is what a kit looks like. So you get it in a packaging just like this. You see it's the same Santa Claus. It has a number, I guess that they use, their serial number. It's written in Ukrainian because it's a Ukrainian-owned company, but in the back you have English instructions inside of here, and it's all written in English, and it's pretty nice and clear, so don't be afraid that you're not going to understand anything. It just says a lot of things, that it's made in Ukraine, and all the stitching instructions on here are in Ukrainian, but as I said, inside you have in English. So this is what it looks like. This is the wooden, I'm not sure what it's called, what you will call it, but it's perforated wood, and you get all the beads in it. You get the thread, you get the needles, you get the felt, and this one I think took me about 2 days. It even says how many beads it has in there, how many beads you need for the pattern, and you actually have a lot left over, so you never will run out of beads for this company for sure, because I've done a lot. I've done well over 20 kits, and I've never run out of beads for this one. And I'll show you what a large kit looks like. This is one of their largest kits, and it's a napkin holder. I have made one for my mother-in-law already, and this one will be for my mom. So this angel came in a kit just like this, and I will show it to you. So on the back, you'll see an instruction in English. It has Russian, Ukrainian, English instructions. It says made in Ukraine. It says what not to do with it, what to do with it. It comes with everything that you would need. And show you how it's packaged, just so you know what to expect when you buy. These kits are not cheap, but I think they're worth the price. So it comes packaged pretty nicely. I'm not going to open this packaging, but I'll just show you. So it comes with a stand. So this one has this nicely laser cut out stand for the napkin holder. It comes with two wooden, I think they're mirrored, perforated wooden things to put in here when you stitch on it. It has the felt that goes on the back. It has a whole, the thread for it, and it has all the beads inside. I'm not gonna be able to show it to you, but they're all in there. The instructions, everything is, the pattern, everything is in there. I only have 3 ornaments from Mill Hill, and 2 of them are little tiny ones, like these 2 little round ones. I want to buy more and make more, of course, but I just started stitching them maybe last month. I covered them with red felt in the back. This is what it looks like, and a bigger one from Jim Shore collection, and I made little tiny fringes on the scarf and the hat. I think it kind of completes it. I also covered it with the red backing, red felt, and this is what it looks like. I love it. It's so huge though on the tree. I'll show you a little clip of my Christmas tree with all the ornaments on it, but it looks kind of big on it. Okay, we have 2 more Dimensions collections to show you. This one consists of 4 ornaments, and then I have 12 ornaments left. So these were the first ornaments that I made, and when I decided that I can't stitch a lot of big projects because I don't have enough wall space and it's a lot of money to frame it, I decided to start doing ornaments. And these were the first 4 that I bought, and I didn't do them all in sequence, but I kind of mixed them with the other 12, and I'll show them right after this. So these are 4 Dimensions ornaments. I stitched them on plastic canvas, just like it comes, everything comes in the kit. It's beautiful, it's easy. I covered it with white felt and attached a little string rope. I don't know, I'm not sure what it's called, a hanger thing to it. So I have 2 Santa Clauses, a snowman, and a white bear, and they hang on my tree beautifully. Okay, I barely fit all 12 of them into one picture frame, but these are 12 ornaments, 12 kits. I think they're the same collection from Dimensions. They each come individually packaged, but I couldn't find the elf anywhere. I looked on eBay, I looked everywhere, so I just kind of used all the leftovers from the other patterns and made the 12 one. I also made a few more and gifted to friends and family because I just love them so much. Oh, the snowman is not fully in the frame. So that's what it looks like. The first one I did was the reindeer, and it was the easiest and the smallest one, and I substituted all the French knots for beads in all of these, and I think it makes them a little bit more festive. So I covered the backing with white felt, cut it out, and attached a white cord to it. Everywhere you'll see that all the French knots have been replaced by Mill Hill. I think most of them are the petite ones, the petite beads. Maybe some of them are not, but I think they all are. So here you have the white and the black beads, the Santa with a sack full of toys, beautiful. This one with a long red coat. The gingerbread house, it has the white, regular white beads. Oh yeah, the green, red, and white are all regular size Mill Hill beads on it. But it's just beautiful. I think all of them are just simply beautiful. So I'm gonna insert a little tiny clip of my Christmas tree, even though I disturbed all the beauty that I created to remove all these ornaments and show it to you, but I'll try to put them back where they belong and show you a few seconds of my Christmas tree. Okay, we have the last part, which I'm gonna try to go as quick as possible. It's my WIPs that I'm currently working on and what I started with and what I'll be continuing with this year. 2 of them haven't even been started yet. I will be starting them today. But the latest start was this kit by Dimensions, A Kiss for Snowman. I am doing it on 18 count Aida from the kit, and this is how far I've gotten. I've got about probably 20% done. This is what it looks like, and I'll be working on it, and I'm hoping to finish it by the end of winter, of course. The next one I'll attach, I'll insert a picture right here what it's supposed to look like because I don't have it. It's a pattern that I got off of Etsy. Just like I said, this is the 4th winter door. Do spring, summer, and fall, and this is the winter one. It's done on 20 count white Lugana on Q-snaps. This is what it currently looks like. I think it's also about 20% done. The next one I'll be starting today or tomorrow. It's also a pattern by a designer that I'm inserting a picture of right now, and it will be done on 32 count splash basalt splash Murano and Lugana Murano, and it's a tiny winter themed. I do like to stitch in season, so I like to stitch winter and winter, summer and summer. Like flowers I stitch, I guess, starting from the spring till early fall, but I do like to stitch wintry patterns in the winter. So this one will be started today, and the last one that will be started also today is a kit by Dimensions Gold Collection, Flowers of Joy. This is what it looks like. I'm hoping that it's not mirroring off the packaging too much, and it's kit that is supposed to be done on a 14 count black Ada that I of course substituted for. I have a sticker somewhere. It's black Joblin even weave by Witchold. So this is what it looks like on my Q-snaps. It's huge. It's gonna be a lot of empty spaces on the sides, but I like that because it's easier to put them in my Q-snaps and stitch on it. I have no idea how it is to stitch on a black even weave because this will be my first time, so it'll be an interesting experience. I hope you enjoyed this video. This video will be probably pretty long, but I wanted to show you what projects I choose and what I work on, because I usually, you know, I stay within my my themes, my interests, and I work on Christmas ornaments all year long, so you'll be seeing them in every video. I will be posting probably, I'll try to post every month and maybe bi-weekly. I'll see just how far I go, because I do have a Ukrainian channel, stitching channel, that I post weekly. I post like some kind of stitchy vlogs every single week, and I also post videos on separate projects, separate videos on each project from beginning to end. So I'm not sure, please let me know in the comments if you like videos on like separate projects from the beginning to end. I can do those in English too. I can just voice over them in English, because I'm not sure if subtitles will be enough for you to watch those in Ukrainian. But this is it. This is what my channel will be like. This is what I'll be showing you. I'm not sure if I will be showing up in every single video. Probably I will just be using my table and my hands to show you my current WIPs, or what I'll be starting, or what I finished, or what I framed, and we'll go from there. I hope you like it. I hope you stick around. I hope you subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.